Restoring Men in History. 12-year-old backpack, Maoism, Marxism. The kid was under attack. Colorado school system had a patch, right? Don't tread on me. Great symbol of American independence. Great history there. But Maoists don't like history, so it's under attack. Let's go into this. I'm going to put the video up. We'll watch it, and we'll make a few comments, and then we'll go into another piece about Maoism. All right, let's look. Kid comes in. He sits down.
Want the flag. The reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to its origins with slavery and...
Okay, due to its origins to slavery. And this is a typical attack by Maoists and the culture Marxists. Call everything racist. What's an effective way to destroy things? Just say it's racist, right? No basis for it. So let's go into the real history. If you like this video and the mission, please like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the algorithm. Thank you. She says it's about slavery. Let's see if it is. Britannica says this about the Gadsden flag, also called the Hopkins flag or the Don't Tread on Me flag. Historical flag used by Commodore Essex Hopkins, the United States' first naval commander-in-chief, and his personal ensign during the American Revolution. The flag features a coiled rattlesnake above the words, "Don't tread on me." And they're trying to tread on the 12-year-old, who, by the way, 12-year-olds should be having fun. They shouldn't be being harassed by a school teacher and the school district. Here's the point. It's a charter school in Colorado. This is why I always say, and we always say, get your kids out of the public schools and the charter schools. Republicans believe charter schools are the answer. That is not the answer. The answer is completely pulling your kids out of the homeschooling if you can, because the Marxists dominate the charter schools too. All right, let's go on. Don't tread on me in the background. The flag was one of several contemporary flags that included an image of a rattlesnake, which had become a popular symbol of unity among the American colonies. Unity, not division. What do Mao and Marxists do? Mao and the Marxists divide. They divide you, Americans. Among the Americans, the rattlesnake symbol originated in the 1754 political cartoon Join or Die, published by Benjamin Franklin's Pennsylvania Gazette. The cartoon, which depicted the colonies divided as segments of a cut-up snake, exhorted the colonists to unite in the face of the French and Indian War. The symbol was later used to represent unity during the Revolution. Unity, not division. Marxists like division. Divide rich against poor, generations against generations, black against white, right? Claimed that a drum of the newly created Marine Corps displayed a rattlesnake along the motto, "Don't tread on me." And watch, they're treading on the kid. So it's funny, he's wearing the patch, but they're treading on a 12-year-old. And like I said, he shouldn't be involved in this, but homeschool if you can. Get your kids out of the public schools. All right, let's go on.
I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he was missing so much school. I'm like, so...
Okay, she said, the teacher says she's upset he's not going to class. No, she's not. She wants him only back in class if he can't have the history with him. And Mao likes to destroy history. The cultural Marxists like to destroy history. So she wants him back in class without the patch. Now, here's the question. If the patch had been an LGBT patch, would have been okay. Do they fly the Vice Pride flag at that school at all? I don't know. I'm asking a question. If they do, you see? But this is an attack on our past American history. It's a great symbol of unity among the colonies. It's a great symbol of independence. It's phenomenal.
Class, like I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back. It's got the patch on it because we can't have that in and around.
Can't have that in a class, sure, right.
He said you were close, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
because it doesn't fit your indoctrination.
That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting the British. Like that wasn't.
Yes, it was about fighting the British. Had nothing to do with slavery.
The Confederate flag.
Okay,
You see how the Marxists today try to make everything about racism, and that's what? A way to do what? Destroy history. If you can just call it, oh, that was racist time, so we'll just throw that history. Remember how they were tearing down all the statues? That's what the Maoists do. They destroy the past, because if you can reference back the past, that unites you. And you have that legacy and that tradition. But Mao didn't want that. So we're in this cultural revolution here, where they're trying to destroy the past, and you've seen it.
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district.
She's here to enforce the
And
policy. Okay.
Definitely, you have every right to not agree with it. I mean,
Yeah, because the
absolutely.
ACLU says that he's allowed to wear that. If you like go on their website, it's like says in big
So
letters.
all I'm saying is that
Unless there's like a ban
And the
on
website.
patches, period, like if you said there's no.
Is there no ban on
patches,
patches? No, there's seems to be no ban on patches. So why can't he wear this one? Because the cultural Marxists don't like that.
I think it's like one-sided, you know, because.
That's about freedom and independence. So you don't want freedom and independence. So is there a policy against all patches or not?
Yeah. That was like flown during the revolution with, yeah, I just.
Yep, it was flown during the revolution. Yep.
so what I can do is
And if you go onto the ACLU's website, yeah, let's talk to
I
someone,
can
because I
have
don't want a
you
lawsuit,
speak
I really
to
don't.
I can have you speak to Jeff Yoakum
Okay.
again.
Okay.
And then he can refer you to our person at the district.
Okay.
Because like I said, we're following district policy
Okay.
is what we're doing. So the last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah, I know
Like,
you
that's all
too. He
the last
takes
thing I
his
want.
classes seriously,
Yes.
he studies, he wants to get straight A's, he did that. He made honor roll when he was here before. He intends to do that again right now, but it's hard because he keeps missing class for this. So,
I understand that.
yeah, and I mean, we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs, and I mean, you're going over the revolution.
This is good. She teaches him to always stick up for his beliefs. I like that, but look, you parents need to do it. We don't need a 12-year-old fighting our battles.
Okay,
But
said,
I'm glad she lets him stand up for his beliefs, so hats off to her. But let's get the kids out of this battle and get them homeschooled and out of these kinds of schools so they don't have to face that, so they can go out in the yard and play and have fun at 12 years old. They don't need to be in this battle at 12 years old, fighting Marxism and Maoism. See how they're trying to take your children? Not teach them the past. And this is a school. This is supposed to be an educational facility where they learn how great Benjamin Franklin was. Join or die, unity, and these American principles, independence, freedom. Join the freedom side. Right. The founding fathers believed, and they stood up for what they believed in. That's what they don't want. The powers that be, the Marxists, the cultural Marxists. They want a totalitarian society. They want to control you. They don't want you looking back, seeing men that stood like Patrick Henry, Sam Adams, and these great men, these exceptional men. So they don't want you to know the past. Right? What does Mao do? What does Maoism do? What does cultural Marxism do? What does critical theory do? Destroy, tear down statues, tear down the past, call it racist. That's the plan. Okay, I think we got the video. Let's go on to a piece about Maoism and end with that. Epic Times, Mao's Cultural Revolution has arrived in America. This is by Chris Talgo, 6/16/21. From 1966 to 1976, Chinese society suffered under what we now call the Cultural Revolution. Cultural Revolution, previously known as the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, was a multifaceted affair undergirded by vicious fanatical campaign. And watch. Is this vicious to involve a 12-year-old in it and what they are doing with the transgender movement? Yes, vicious. To destroy the four olds. And he references back to a 1971 New York Times, described the New York Times thusly. One of the early objectives of the Cultural Revolution in China was to wipe out the four olds. Gadsden Flat is what? Old. Old things. Gadsden Flat is old. Old ideas, old customs, and old habits. Four olds had already suffered setbacks in the year of communist rule preceding the Cultural Revolution, but the Maoist leadership tried to use the new revolutionary upsurge launched in 66 to eliminate them completely. In the turbulent years from 66 to 68, what seemed old religious practices, they've got to destroy religion, right? Totalitarians don't want you to have God or religion or history. Superstitions, old festivals, old social practices such as traditional weddings. And what do they do here in America, right? Marriages between a man and a woman. Now, that's not a federal government issue according to the Constitution, right? Worked out in the states. Even better if it's just worked out in the what? Churches or home. Don't need the government involved. Old social practices such as traditional weddings. You got to wipe out all that tradition and history that will fight a totalitarian. Come on over to the freedom side. Funerals, old ways of dress were violently attacked and suppressed. Look how they're attacking dress now. Men dressing as women, come on. Visual evidences of old things were destroyed. There's a feminine and masculine. Look how they're trying to, men can have a period, men can be pregnant, come on. That's crazy. Visual evidences of old things were destroyed, and there was an orgy of burning old books and smashing old art objects. Tragically, it seems as if the United States is in the midst of its own cultural revolution. So you've seen it. You've seen the tearing down of the statues. But you can come over to the freedom side, and remember, it's not Republican, Democrat, it's freedom, anti-freedom. There's the Uniparty over there. It's not the Constitutional Party, the Republican Party. It's not the Conservative Party. It's the Republican Party. So come over to the freedom side, young or old, black or white. We want you over here. Tragically, it seems as if the United States is in the midst of its own cultural revolution. It is. Like the Chinese Cultural Revolution, the current revolution in the United States is being waged by the youth at the behest of radical leftists, of course. Well, let's say this. It's being waged on youth. The transgender movement is being waged on youth, and they are using the youth. What do these Mao like to use the youth against the parents, right? Go back in history. Mao wanted to use the youth. Hitler wanted to use the youth. Totalitarian dictators like to use the youth. This is at the youth, right? In the story, in the 12-year-old, he's being attacked by what? The system, the teacher, the school district, right? Or at least the teacher. So it's being waged at the youth, and it's trying to recruit the youth. Also, much like the Chinese Cultural Revolution in the 60s, woke revolution in the United States is hell-bent on destroying any and all vestiges of traditional society, especially those that celebrate freedom, individualism, and American exceptionalism. In China during the Cultural Revolution, as the New York Times described, the four olds, old things, old ideas, old customs, and old habits had to be what? Eliminated. In the United States during the woke revolution, we're following the same path. Old things such as fossil fuels, the founding fathers, and the electoral college must go. You see, they've got to denigrate the founding fathers because that gets you a rich history to draw on and carry on their spirit because they were exceptional men. Old ideals such as equality of opportunity and meritocracy are now moot. We want a country in America where you can build and create on the freedom side. Old customs such as standing for the national anthem and vigorously defending one's right to freedom of speech are long gone. Freedom of speech, we stand for that over here on the freedom side. It's the way to have a debate, work things out peacefully. And we want to stand peacefully. And old habits such as the Protestant work ethic, remember, and rugged individualism have been seriously undermined. Remember the Smithsonian calling the work ethic a racist thing? See how they attack things they don't like, which is racist. It's racist. And we don't like it. It's racist. In the place of these old aspects of our culture, the woke revolution desires to turn our society on its head. The woke revolution, like the Cultural Revolution, is predicated on Marxist ideology. Individualism is being replaced with communalism. Equity, better known as equality of outcome, now trumps equality of opportunity. We want opportunity. We just talked about it. Sadly, even Martin Luther King's dream of a colorblind society has given way to a critical race theory, which is the epitome of racism. Above all, class warfare reigns supreme. See how they're trying to divide rich versus poor, privileged versus oppressed. No longer is the United States the land of opportunity. We're going to make it the opportunity. Henceforth, it should be known as the land of oppression, or so we're told. So cultural Marxists and Mao has to wipe out the past, and that's why they attacked the Gadsden flag on this boy. It didn't have anything to do with the boy. It had to do with the Gadsden flag, and they probably allowed the LGBT flag to fly, probably, and they would have probably not commented if it had been an LGBT patch. Here's the thing. United, we can stand. Young or old, rich or poor, no matter what generation you're in, 15 to 95, 15 to 98, come on to the freedom side. Freedom side, where you can drive the car you want to drive, where you can build things and create things. The great America, where opportunity abounds. And if you work hard, and working hard is a good thing, and working smart, you can attempt to have an impact, make a difference, and do something. Thank you. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and pass around.